Good evening, everyone. It is Sunday, March the 2nd, and I am happy to welcome you all to our Sunday leadership call. My name is Miriam Kareem, and I'm super excited to this call is going to be really, really exciting. This is a first call of our 8-part series that Coach Will is rolling out. And a quick trip to the newbie corner, I wanted to touch on something that I noticed today. So I'm out, prospecting in Facebook world, and a lot of things start to come to mind when you hear them enough. As you know, Coach Will always says, what is repeated is remembered, and what is remembered is repeated. And when you start talking to people and they start to fall into a certain category when you start to understand if this person going to waste your time, or is this person going to be probably a good fit, or is this person going to be a 70%? Well, I ran into one of those today, and I was just like, I'm not even going to waste my time because the things that they were saying was just like ding 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 ding, ringing those bells, those nope, 70%er. So
You're muted.
what part did y'all hear? I'm sorry. That could have been me.
We heard
But
I.
um I'm just happy that I have that skill. I'm developing that skill to where I can pick out certain things, or I can listen for certain things. And if they start ringing those bells, then you know what category to put these people in as you go along in prospecting. So that being said, that's something that I noticed today, and I'm super. Um, our speaker tonight, our teacher tonight.
You're probably in a dead spot from
Uh,
driving.
very, very thorough in teaching, and I love the concepts that he brings and how they're all compartmentalized so that we learn them as we go along. So that being said, Coach Will Sanders, are you available, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Miriam, I am. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I am. I can hear you.
Perfect, perfect. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. We're going to get this underway. I just came off another Zoom back onto this one, so this is going to be good. And I'm going to get y'all out of here on time. All right, here we go. Okay. Now, this particular series, 8 parts in, and good evening to everybody. Just always great to see everybody's faces. I appreciate y'all for tuning in so much. I just know if you continue to, why does my hand feel so naked? I don't have a, okay, where's my ring? All right, never mind. I have to wash my hands. Never mind, long story. Okay, here we go. So this particular series, 8-part series tonight, is going to be the first part. It's going to be truly foundational. I want everybody new to just be all caught up with all of the concepts that you'll need to have foundationally to actually properly internalize and use the information that we're going to do in part 2, which is actually going to be here on Tuesday. So with the previous series we did, we would do one piece just on Tuesdays. This one, we're going to do Sunday, Tuesday, Sunday, Tuesday, Sunday, Tuesday. Just get it over with, get this information out there because I really want you to utilize the information because I think it's going to help a lot of you hit those income goals that you want to make before the next event. Okay. Speaking of which, so there's a lot of research out that says that who you surround yourself with matters. Okay, who you surround yourself with matters, and it matters a lot. Okay, it matters a lot. Research from the Kellogg School of Management found that just sitting within 25 feet of a top performer can increase your own performance by double digits. And when I talk about performance, I'm reading the studies, they're talking about your income production. Okay. Now, why is that? It's because on a spiritual, a mental, and a physical level, success rubs off. If you, and again, they got it down, they did one group that was 26 feet away, okay, and did not get the results. 25 feet or closer of a top performer can increase your performance. And I didn't understand why at a lot of these conferences like the Tony Robbins and the this and that's, they would charge more for the seats that were in the front. I didn't understand that, but I'm doing the research. I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. It's not just about being close. You literally will make more money. You got to be in the physical presence, and it doesn't work online. Online, they said, could work, but it takes more than 10 times as many hours to even get a fraction of the results. So this is studies that were done off just being in the same vicinity. 25 feet is the rule. It was amazing to see this stuff. Lynn, we got like 5 spare bedrooms. But no, it's so silly. But the productivity is going to lead production. Production equal to profit. It was amazing. Now, on the flip side, the other studies that were done, toxic people, okay, the toxic people have hey, don't be inviting Lynn. What are you doing? MJ out there answering invitations. I've been to Rick's house. Rick can come. Rick, I've been to Rick's house before. All right, Rick, I'm gonna go hang out with Rick. All right. But toxic people have an even bigger impact. That's the part that should scare you, but in the wrong direction. The study showed that even being in the vicinity of a toxic person can drop your performance by twice as much, double digits of can drop your productivity and your money by double figures. But the effects of a toxic person kick in almost immediately. Almost immediately. So you have to be around a top performer for hours and hours, okay, to get that done, like a full work week. It'll probably, if you're going to go to events, you probably need to go to at least 6 events and sit on the front half of the room. When I used to go to other network marketing events for other companies, I would see, and I was one of these idiots too. I was engaging in 70% of behavior. We just go and get the seats at the back. We just go and get the seats at the back. I didn't understand why it was so important that one of my mentors, he's passed away. He went on to be with the Lord, Wade Russell, one of my mentors in this industry. At my first meeting, my first home meeting, when I had signed up, the next meeting I went to, he had this big old one. All these guys had these big old BMW 740 ILs. I need to go get one of those. I need to get a BMW now. Ben's cool. All right, BMW might be the next play. I'm trying to think about it. Wade was like, Will, you should come, let's take a ride, man. And I had never been in a car that cost Dana $200,000 before. So I got in his car and we just drive around, not talking about network marketing, just talking about life. I didn't understand that he was imprinting this top performer energy on me. I didn't understand that. A lot of people say, well, I've never heard Wade Russell train ever. Well, if you've heard me train, you've heard Wade Russell train. If you've never met my dad, but you've met me, you've met my dad. It's this type of thing that's finally been quantified in actual scientific research. Okay, it's the most amazing thing. And now the negativity and the toxic stuff happens almost instantly. But when you remove yourself from toxic, gossipy work environment, okay, the results are going to go away just as fast. So it's a very temporary thing. As soon as you get away from toxic people and the gossip and the this and the lack of productivity and the excuse making and the blame placing and the whatever. As soon as you get away from that, you'll stop experiencing those type of results. But when you get around top performers, you got to be around for a while. That's just what the science says. It was absolutely amazing studies. And so it's not a theory, it's a proven fact. We've already known it because Jim Rohn would always say it, but to see people who are not in network marketing do these studies and things like that are really, really great. And that applies from everything from business, network marketing, fitness. Being in the right room with the right people is a game changer. And I hate to break it to you, online training, as much as we love it, we do our best. We get you as much information as we can. It just won't do that magic thing where it's increasing your income and your productivity by double figures. It won't do that part. It's just what it is. Okay, so that being said, if you're serious about growth and playing at a higher level, being at the right environment, I'm gonna put it out there for you. Um, I know we have a Super Saturday event coming up in Atlanta on the 29th. That should be a great time. That is all Charlotte and Miriam making the magic happen over there. But I will be there toward the end doing a little bit of guest training. If there is time, I will be there for that. But what I really want to talk about is our Nashville event. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our Nashville event, just a heads up, it is going to be September the 12th, 13th, and 14th, okay, in Nashville, Tennessee. And as always, we do have a certain number of early bird tickets. I think we have about 70 early bird tickets that are available right now at $40. Okay. After that, the price will more than double. I'm just letting you know up front. They only had maybe 10 people that had to pay that super high price last time because smart people got the early bird tickets for $40. And for people who came to Orlando, uh, they received more than $40 in free stuff. Okay. In fact, I didn't mention this, but we had 8 different team members that we covered meals, transportation, and lodging. I think in Las Vegas we covered maybe 3 or 4 rooms or something like that, but we covered it for 8 people. In Orlando, we just didn't talk about it, but everybody got more value than they paid for. So we love that, and we would like to continue doing that without increasing the ticket prices. We like taking care of as many people as we can. It's one of our things that we do. And it's just what it is. Okay, it's what it is. And Francine says she wished she was in the U.S. Francine, if you keep going on the track that you on, I hate to break it to you, you might be here in September. I know you may not know how. Don't worry about that. This particular series will help you in particular tremendously. So thank you for tuning in from all our friends over in Canada. And I can't wait to go back to Canada. I need to put that out there. I love Canada. What Sandra said, $40 for a week. I'm not sure what Sandra means. No, Sandra, further to attend the event, the early bird tickets are $40 if you want to attend the event online or live in person. Okay. Now, a couple things about this. This is the last event of the year that everybody can attend. It's going to be one more event after that. That's a leadership level event that I'm putting together. Very excited about that. That you have to be at a certain rank and you have to have already made a certain amount of commissions to be able to attend that particular event. And I'm not going to give away any hints about it, but I will say you will need one of these. This is a passport. That is a passport. So I'm not going to give out any details on that right now. We're working on it, but we're working on a leadership level event that is absolutely phenomenal. You will need a passport and you will need to be at a certain rank. And you also will need to have earned a certain amount of commissions, only because I don't want people. We understand that traveling, we know the event tickets aren't expensive. We know once you get there, you know, it's good, but we are very sensitive to the travel and everything that everybody got to do. And we don't want you know, anyone to be under any amount of financial stress to ever attend an event just based on travel. But for people who are really aspiring to leadership, trust me, you got 6 months, you got plenty of time, but you might want to look at getting your passport now if you want to attend the last event of the year, but that'll be after Nashville, and we'll talk more about that in the future. But for right now, for everybody that can attend, Nashville is basically the last event of the year. It's actually going to be another thing. It's going to be the last event that we do that utilizes a traditional weekend schedule. Usually for many, many years now, our events have had a Friday meet and greet, Saturday event, Sunday fun day. We're going to be changing that after Nashville to just keep in line with the biblical Sabbath. It's just been on my heart a lot to to be that way. And God has given me the green light to kind of move around like that. But our team events after Nashville, will be having the meet and greet starting on Saturday night. So that won't matter until next year. Hopefully, y'all will still be here in 2026. But you'll notice next year that the meet and greet will be on Saturday night, and then the event will be Sunday, just to keep in line with just to remember the biblical Sabbath, which is a big deal for me as I get older and just try to walk closer with God. It's not a perfect walk, but I got to admit, I'm trying. And for people who do not observe, that is totally fine. I'm sure there'll be other events going on too. Let's see what Miriam says here. Let's see. I love Miriam's comment. Oh, Holy Day is Friday. Right, Miriam. So good. Mine too. So that works out really well. So good. And that's just something. And you'll notice, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of times, just a quick note, you'll see a lot of times that from a Christian standpoint, a Hebrew or Jewish standpoint, Israelite standpoint, from a Muslim standpoint, you'll notice a lot of similarities. And the reason why is because the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is Allah as well. God is great. It's the same God that a lot of us all worship and follow, but we have slightly different belief structures surround that, but we all come from the same place, and that makes me very, very excited. So that being said, you see a lot of similarities for all of us. We have a very inclusive team here, but we all flourish in our own, spiritual ways, and we like to try to keep that as open, as inclusive as possible. We never want to be the team that's only one way, but we also don't want to be the type of team that never speaks about their, spiritual views, or don't allow you to speak about your political views or anything like that, because that's not being authentic. And that's not being authentic to you. That's people trying to tell you what you want to hear and not tell you what you don't want to hear, just so they can try to keep you on auto ship. And we don't do that. We are authentic here, and you're a grown person, you're an adult, and you get to operate the way that feels authentic to you in your life or your family. And we are going to support and continue to respect that. And Paul has always been very, very good about how inclusive our team is. And that's one of our core beliefs that we just love and we appreciate it. We want everyone to feel very comfortable with us, because without love, it's irrelevant. But that's neither here nor there. So Nashville's going to be amazing. Just to let you know, as soon as we get these early bird tickets knocked out, we'll know exactly how many people we have attending live, within 10 or 15 people, give or take, and then we can get the venue. Now, here's my question for you who are live. We have done standalone venues in the past, and we have done venues that are at a hotel type facility in the past. Which one do y'all prefer? Because I have a list of venues I'm looking at, but last time we let y'all choose. What has been better and more convenient for y'all? People have typically been saying the hotel venue, but I do like to ask just to make sure. Okay. They all pick that, and they know it costs more too. They know the hotel venues always charge us like triple, but if y'all are happy, we'll keep doing it if it's convenient for y'all, because we appreciate y'all so much. And if you do get an early bird ticket, do me a huge favor. Please message me on Facebook with a screenshot that you got it. And that way, because a lot of times y'all PayPal or your Cash Apps are not under your name. So I'm like, I don't know who this ticket is even for. And it makes everything go a lot smoother if you simply send me a Facebook message there. But we'll stick with hotel. With hotels, there's typically a process. Once we get all the early bird tickets sold and we know the room size that we need, we take the list of hotels, preferably closer to the airport, obviously. And then what we do is I start calling hotels on Monday, the Monday of the week. So I guess that'll be tomorrow. And I'll start calling hotels. And then once I start calling them, and the laziest people in the world are hotel event coordinators, by the way. And once we get that, we'll start going back and forth about pricing and options and what we need in this, that, or a third. And then we'll send a bid, and they'll submit a bid, and then they got to approve it. So it's like a 2 or 3 week process, but it's going to be great. Desks, tables, and the fact that it's in the hotel, the more convenient it is, the pricier it is. But no worries. We've been doing it. We'll keep doing it. God is good. What can I say? He looks out for us because we're looking out for our team. All right, so let's dive into the information. Thank y'all so much. We will have more and more updates about Nashville, and The international leadership event. We'll have that more information for that for y'all too soon. But it's gonna be a good time, man. Get y'all rank up, get y'all bank up, work hard. It'll be worth it. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. All right, so here we go. This MLM series that we're doing, we're covering the foundation right now. It's not for people who are not actively working their business. Let me tell you right. It's not disinformation. It's not gonna be for them. It's not for anybody looking for a get rich quick scheme. I'm going diamond tomorrow. I'm gonna be at 150,000 by the end of March. It takes work, and it's not a get rich quick scheme. I'm not saying those don't exist. I'm just saying that's not what this training is going to be for. It's not for anybody who knows everything about MLM already. All of the know-it-alls, y'all already know it all. Don't even just go to another Zoom, please, for all of our peace of mind. This is not for anybody who's unwilling to think differently about our industry, about network marketing. And it's also not for 3%ers. 3%ers, I love y'all. Y'all are so talented. But y'all gonna do things your own way anyway, and this ain't for y'all. Y'all haven't figured out yet that you aren't the problem. You're not duplicatable. That's what you got to figure out for my 3%ers out there. So let's cover some foundational principles to get everybody caught up, and then we'll start the actual training this Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, concept number one. Miriam brought it up. Thank you so much for mentioning that she's noticing people having 70% behavior, and she's choosing to ignore those people. Going into this type of training that we're starting on Tuesday, you will learn that it is very, very, very much to your benefit to not try to qualify people over the next 6 months, but to disqualify people. The second you start interacting with them, prospecting them, the second you start seeing those red flags going off, next, disqualifying people will happen way faster than qualifying people, okay? And you're gonna have to disqualify people fast so you can see the people that you need to work with. So Miriam covered that. I don't have to teach on it. Thank you, Miriam. All right, the next concept is gonna be the fact that there are 3 types of people in network marketing. There are 70%ers. Your team is going to be 70% of them are going to be 70%ers. And these are going to be the people who are looking for the get rich quick. These are the people who are making excuses for their own failure. These are the people who see people who are getting the results and getting jealous of them and then trying to tear them down to try to say, hey, that person's cheating or something. That's why they're successful and I'm not. No, it's you, bro. It's you, sis. It's always you, young person, old person. The success is an inside job. 70%ers do not understand that. And this is why 70% of people die broke. They're going to die broke no matter what you do. The next type of group of people in your group is going to be the 3%ers. These people will not die broke. These people will always be successful. The problem is they know everything and they're not duplicatable. Michael Jordan is a 3%er, and this is why the Chicago Bulls haven't won a championship since he retired 20 billion years ago, because he's not duplicatable. He's not duplicatable. You got to really understand that 3% network marketers, those top, flashy, shiny top earners that go to a company and go to the top in 2 days, like that's cool. That's cool. Okay. They show out and they're great. But the problem is they're not duplicatable and they're teaching things that don't duplicate. And then they don't get the result. They do good. They don't have no type of duplication. The team ends up quitting because the team feels like it's their fault. And the team goes, dang, man, Coach Bob is incredible. Coach Jill's amazing. I just must suck at this. I'm doing everything they're telling me to do. I'm talking to people, but the stuff that they're teaching is not duplicatable. It's too complicated or it's impossible to do. It only works for, I talk to people and they sign up, but you just should, wear a suit like I wear a suit. Yeah, that's 3%er behavior. They're going to be fine. This is not for them. The last group of people, this is the people I love, is 27%ers. The 27%ers are going to be people who need to learn how to do the business, who want to learn how to do the business, who are loyal to the brand. They're hardworking. They won't quit. They're going to be very proud to make their merch 500. When they make their first 1,000, you know that they are doing great. You got to support them and love on them and continue to teach them and help them move forward down the path of personal development and finance. That's the only people you need to be focusing on your team with, because those are going to be the people. That's going to be your ride or dies right there. That's going to be them. Okay. And that's going to be the people who, if you do your job, they'll do their job. All right. But you got to give them strong directional leadership. You can't just leave them out there trying to figure it out on their own, because none of us did good that way. All right. The next concept is going to be pinnacle leadership. Now, ladies and gentlemen, some people missed this at the event. Some people caught it. The reason I hit over $1 million in commissions last year or year before, last year I think it was, with HBN anyway, is because I've generated over $1 million in commissions for the team. So when I look at my top 5 people I've sponsored, or my top 6, they've all made over $250,000 in commissions. Okay. And then you got the next one's up, like Coach Charlotte. She's coming right up. She just hit 100,000. Pinnacle leadership means you've done the work to become a leader. But the thing that you should be most proud of is you should be able to identify people who are with you, who are right under, but coming right up in the success lane. You should have people like Mr. Lynn. I can celebrate the fact that he's made over $250,000. It makes me happy. I can celebrate the fact that Coach Charlotte has made 100,000. Coach Marcus can look at Coach Seymour and say, oh, he's 100,000. Coach Marcus can look at Coach Stu and go, look, he made 100,000. Coach Stu can look at Coach Steph and go, hey, she made $1 million. You can look at the people in the line that are having the success, and that's very important. Okay, it's very, very important. When I see Coach Sonic here Diamond, and I see Nakia adopt that's what you need. You need to see that type of duplication. When Charlotte hit Diamond, and then she hit 100,000, and I see Kenya hit Diamond, then Corey hit Diamond, then Ross hit Diamond, and then all at 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. That's what you need to see. It's pinnacle leadership, but it's all going to start with you. If you don't have anybody, and you're a leader, you're a 6-figure leader, and you don't have anybody that you can see coming right up behind you, following that proven path of success, you're missing the point. All right. So you need to understand that conceptually. And for all my people that are like, well, I'm not there yet, that's not for me. Yes, it is. It is for you, because it's going to build your belief in the fact that from a pinnacle leadership standpoint, you are on the right track. You're with the right organization, with the right group. You're moving right down the line, just like everyone has before you. I remember my first $500. I remember my first $800 like it was yesterday. I remember my first commission with HBN. I remember the exact sale, exact who in my hot market bought it. I remember exactly where I was when I was where you were at. And I'm telling you, it is a beautiful process to go through and grow. And I'm proud of all of you in advance. Next up, the value of product training. You'll notice that starting on what's the Monday? Tomorrow and Wednesday, there are product trainings that'll be happening at various times. Facebook Live in the Facebook Live groups for the testimonial group. So you'll notice the trainings there. Shout out to Linda. Linda really follows great instructions, has been inviting a lot of people to the testimonial group. This is important because we'll be doing Facebook Lives about the new products that we have. We have new products coming out probably in about 2 weeks, give or take, but we're going to do product training on the Holy Basil, the Soursop, and some other stuff in those groups before the other products even come out. So just the value of product education is very important from a retention standpoint. And because those are Facebook Lives, as long as you watch them within 30 days, you don't have to watch them live. You can check those recordings, okay? And the Holy Basil sold out and is back good. Complete is back. Can we get Nourish back? Can we get the Nourish back popping? So this is the only company where people be sad when the products sell out. Other companies, the products never sell out because nobody actually buys them. But here, no, we be buying the stuff here. So yeah, Jess, I got a couple bottles of that zinc for it sold out. You got to get that zinc. Yeah, we on the Nourish back train, Shana. Don't worry. Next up, optimizing your social media accountability. This is a process. We're not going to train on it tonight. It will be part of something we'll cover in the next couple of weeks. But optimizing y'all social media, I hate to break it to you, y'all are doing better, but it's still borderline trash. I don't know how to say that nicely. Not all of you, but a lot of y'all social media, I wouldn't join you because of that. And I've been screenshotting certain people's accounts and putting them in a little file that's called the do not do not do this on social media files. So we are going to be helping y'all to do better with the social media stuff, because if you're going to work it, you got to take the time to get your social media right, because you're losing great prospects by doing social media the way all the other network marketers do it. Why do you think it's a scam or a scheme? And why do you think like 90% of network marketers never make $500 in commissions? Why? Because they're all doing it the same way and it doesn't work. But I promised you, we'll work on it with you. And so we will keep working on it with you. We will keep working on it with you until you are great. All right, don't worry. The last thing I'll tell you, the last two things we'll talk about foundationally. One is going to be, there are 3 versions of you at any given time. Please understand this. Please understand this. There are 3 versions of you that exist at any given time. The one version of you is the version of you you could have been, and they are amazing. Sometimes I'll be watching the NFL game and I'm like, man, if I would have just been smarter, had more mentorship or whatever it is, okay, when I had my college days, I would have went pro. And I watch football, I watch basketball, and I'm going, man, it is hard to watch sometimes, because I'm watching a version of me that I just tell myself could have been me, kid. But we, whatever, we take our responsibility and we keep life moving. I'm good, happy, content. However, I can't lie and say that I'm not sad sometimes. Like, man, I could have, man, come on. That's the game. That's how me and Marcus are. That's how me and Yusef are. It's just what it is. We just like, man, we know we gave you that work in college and now you in the pros. It is what it is. So one version of you that exists is a version you could have been if things just went a little different for you, right? The next version of you is the you are right now, and we should be happy and happy about that. Okay, happy about that, and the version you are right now. And then the third version is the other version you could have been if things would have went way worse, if you would have made all the bad decisions. And I saw that version of me. I think I was traveling, I was coming back from somewhere, and I'm like, yep, I just knew it. I was just like, that could have been me. All that wasted potential. Probably some homeless bum somewhere. I'm like, poof, I need to be grateful where I'm at, because I could have been way worse off. So there's 3 versions of you. The version you could have been, the version you should have been, the version you are, and the version that you glad you aren't. Now here's the thing, because that the middle version is the version you are right now. Only one of those versions of people is going to survive the winter. Only one. Only one of those versions is going to survive 2025. The you are right now, the worst version of you, if you don't get it together, or you can become your best version based on where you're at right now. So there's only one of you is going to be walking into 2026. I hope it's going to be the best version, the good version of you, based on where you're at right now. Even next year, you might be like, man, I could have been further along if I got it together. So I would politely recommend that you start to focus on it. And here's one thing I'm gonna share with you. This is just foundational information you need to really be able to understand and utilize this training that we're starting on Tuesday. Everything matters. There is, I want you to imagine a road. Okay, there's a road. And you're here. And if you go along the road, okay, just like I guess going up, because I want you to, like in the back, see that road in the background on the TV? This is a road. I want you to just imagine a road. And at the end of the road is the goal and everything that you want. At the beginning of the part is where you are, and you're going down the road. Everything you do, every breath you take, every hour you sleep or don't, every piece of food or you put in your mouth, or every product you take or don't, every call you on or not, every single thing that you do, every thought you have, if it's a negative thought, oh, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to be great. I don't deserve to be great. All the positive thoughts, you know what, man, I got this. This is my business and I'm making it work. I'm fired up. I'm going to be in Nashville. I don't even know what the leadership event is, but it's going to be turned. I'm going to qualify to go. Positive thoughts. Everything you do is a little pebble, okay? And you every time you have a thought, every time you have a conversation, every time you talk to a prospect, you're just putting a little pebble, a little rock on a pile that's going to build a big old mountain. Everything you do when you on that road, if you know you're supposed to be sleeping 8 hours because that's what you need to be doing to maximize your metabolism and be healthy, but you only sleeping 6 hours because you up all night scrolling on your phone, you on that road, you're veering off that road. You're veering off the road, and then you're going to have to catch up on sleep and then veer back. But you already lost some time. Now you got time to make up. Okay. If you take your products every day, just get lazy and forget. Guess what? You still gonna be healthy. You ain't gonna be as healthy, and you veering off the road a little bit. And then in order for you to get back on track, you got to reverse and then go back up. You're spending more time. When you missing out on calls, talking about, oh, I just get the notes from Sydney. I'm not worried about it. You're missing out on information. That's a little turn off the road. Then you got to turn back. You everything you do, every thought you have, every relationship we have, every phone conversation, every prospect you talk to, every prospect you don't talk to, if it's a good prospect, eating a donut. Thank you, Jess. Eating a donut. You're veering off the road. You're slowing down. You're taking your foot off the gas. There is nothing insignificant. There's nothing insignificant. I don't know how to put it to you. It all matters. It all matters. Everything you like, oh, I can go buy this. That ain't no big deal. I can go buy this instead of that, or I'm gonna get this or that or a third. I'm gonna do a pack of Marlboros over here. I'm gonna do this or that. I'm gonna go have 2 or 3 drinks at the club. That's cool, but that adds up. And then you're like, man, I'm stressing on these flights to go to this event. Like, you just got to think about the cost of everything over time and even the decisions we make. And I am uniquely familiar with that because a lot of my stuff I did not have the ability to take advantage of or live into my best version of myself because I kick myself. Because thank you, Joetta, we understand. I was like, man, wait a minute. Everything, if you've ever been broke, listen, if you don't have, and I'm not singling nobody out, I don't know y'all personal finances, I don't know about that. If you don't have $5 grand in the bank right now, just if you're being honest with yourself, this is not a problem, but just be honest with yourself. Think about the video games you know, but I can afford them. So don't look to me for what to do. I didn't have none of this before network marketing. No, I didn't have, you can't see it all, but I have none of this stuff before network marketing. I definitely didn't have that. And so my point is, if I looked back and I go, man, that was Jordan shoes, this, that, and the third, some Black and Miles over here, a couple of overpriced drinks at the club. If I just added all that up, it's probably $300,000 of just stupidity. And didn't understand that everything you buy, everything you sell, everything you do, everything you look at, every person you talk, everything you do, down to the food you eat and the hours you sleep, is either on the road or off the road. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you can get that concept down, it will start to help you with your discipline. And discipline is going to be a big deal for y'all for the rest of this year if you're really trying to get to where I think you're trying to go, okay? Now, the last foundational concept I'm going to give you, and we'll wrap up, doing well, is going to be a little tricky, but I need you to understand it because this is the reason why a lot of people, when we do a training, I often hear people say, well, it's working great for me. I just signed up 2 people. Another person said, well, I did the exact same thing they did, the exact same product, exact same script, didn't work for me. In fact, it's my twin brother. Why it worked for him didn't work for me. Like, I mean, not twin, but you know what I'm saying. And it is because you are, and you exist, and everything exists on 3 planes of existence. Now, I'm going to give it to you scientifically. I'm going to give it to you scripturally. I need you to understand this conceptually, okay? I'm going to give it to you scientifically. I'm going to give it to you scripturally, but I need you to understand it contextually, conceptually, okay? 3 planes of existence. There's the mind, there's the body, and there's the spirit. And people always get the mind and the spirit confused. They only think that I got my spirit man and my physical man. They never, the mental, the mind is not the spirit. They are different. You could be brain dead, but still have a soul. Okay, I just need you to understand that. Now, in Matthew chapter 22, verses 37 through 38, Jesus said unto him, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. So when he says all thy heart, that's talking about the physical self, okay, the body. He says, love the Lord thy God with all thy soul, it's talking about the spiritual self, and with all thy mind, it's talking about the mental, okay? And that is actually the order, that you need to practice alignment in order to build a network marketing business that lasts. Now, I know it sounds strange, but if you watch the replay enough, it'll make sense. Now, a lot of people in network marketing are all about the physical. We know how to work hard. We're not lazy. We're not afraid to work hard, okay? But then we start looking for the skills and the strategy of how to do it, the skills, okay? And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It only works if the spiritual part, which is supposed to come before the mental part, is in proper alignment with what you're trying to do, okay? So that's what most network marketers do. They either go physical, all work, and have no skills whatsoever. That's only one plane of existence. Your business will not last. Or they'll work really hard, then start learning some skills, thank goodness. They'll get some success, but not the big success because they're leaving out the spiritual part, okay? And the spirit, that all three have to be there to build the foundation. It's just how it works, all right? The physical, the spiritual, and the mental, preferably in that order, but you're going to need them all no matter what, all right? Now, the mental part is going to be the mind. That part is going to be the skills and the strategy, the techniques, the scripts, and how to work the algorithm and the comp plan, and all of that good jazz, right? The physical part is the talking to people. It's the actually work that we actually do of communicating our products and opportunity to people and teaching them and things like that. But the spiritual part is the part that has nothing to do with anyone other than you. It's the vibrational part. It's the energetic part, okay? And here's one piece of the spiritual part, the vibrational part that bleeds over into the mental part that keeps a lot of network marketers stuck. Listen, this is one of the last foundational things I'm gonna have time to tell you tonight. You're attached to the network marketing hive mind. Okay, I'm going to explain what that means, but just understand the statement. A lot of people on a spiritual or mental level are attached to the network marketing hive mind. There is in every industry, there is a collective or widely accepted collective set of beliefs. Yes, Miriam, exactly like the Borg. There's a like Q. There's a collective set of beliefs and understandings that are predominantly mental, but they will affect the physical. And 80% of people in any industry will have a similar set of beliefs, sometimes as high as 96%. Okay, based on my research, up to 96% of people will think the same way about something. For example, certain in network marketing, one of the things is people think in the summertime you can't build no business. I used to always hear that. Most network marketers, even leaders and top earners, man, summertime's slow, man. Can't build no business in the summer. Or February. February is a terrible month. It's a short month. People trying to recover from Thanksgiving and Christmas and the travel. Most network marketers would be taking the summer off. Where did that belief even come from? But most network marketers do that. Okay, it's just it's a thing. Here's another one. There's a huge set of network marketers believe, look, Francine had one of her best months in January, right? My network marketers think you can't do it like that, right? But that's farmers. Farmers even have these same type of beliefs, okay? But there are exceptions to every rule. One of the rules in network marketing, a lot of people get involved is they think it's a get rich quick scheme when they get in. If they don't make a bunch of money, lazy, they out. That is a common belief. Anybody who joined Live Good and thought they were going to make $2,000 a month not doing nothing, that is in network marketing hive mind BS at its finest. Okay, that's about 80%, 70, 80% of people be thinking that type of dumb stuff. Here, at least we tell you, no, realistically, statistically, it's actually a 3 to 5 year build out to make $100,000, and then you'll be $100,000 a year or more after that, because we know that that's what the numbers are. But guess what? That is actually a hive mind belief too. It's a better hive mind belief, but I hate to break it to you, Back before I knew a lot about network marketing, I would make money way faster in network marketing. I need you to really understand that, because I bought into what I felt was a really accurate, well-researched, realistic belief. It takes 3 to 5 years, which it typically does. But here's my point. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. I've made $100,000 in faster than 3 to 5 years. Like, I've made it in a couple months. Like, what? The only reason we are going to continue to teach you 3 to 5 years, because that statistically is how it works for most people. But I just want you to know it don't have to work that way for you. You might be one of the many, many exceptions to that hive mind rule. But we do our best to protect you from mismanaged expectations about what you can and will achieve. But we have to walk a fine line behind not limiting how great you can truly be. If you really wanted to and really believed, you could actually break every single record that we ever did. I'm gonna give you a prime example. There's a team right now. I don't know if y'all noticed the leaderboard last month, but the Wellness Oil team from North Dakota is cutting up. Ain't nobody tell these jokers they couldn't come in and go to the top in 3 weeks. And it's North Dakota. I didn't even think they had no network marketers in North Dakota. But guess what? That's where they're from. All of them. So my point is, I never want you to think that it can't be you. But I've heard people say stuff like, well, man, where I live, ain't nobody doing network marketing. Bro, North Dakota, who even been to North Dakota? Where is that even at? Somebody gave me $1 million right now and say, Will, you have to have a blank map and you got to know exactly where North Dakota is and don't mess it up. I don't know if I'd guess it right. I don't know if I guess it right. I couldn't tell you. North Dakota, I have no idea. No idea. So here's the point. Where you are doesn't matter unless you buy. You could be in Prattsville, Alabama. Where Lynn at? Don't matter where you at. If you really just say, I'm not going to buy into the thought that says rich people have to live in New York, California, or Florida. Or Texas. I'm not buying into that. I'm not buying into that. I'm in Sheboygan, Montana, and God dog it, we about to be the best. Okay, you just have to really think about that. Okay, that hive mind. So you have to figure out as we close, wrapping up. Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter where you at. They got that market out there. I can't wait to go back to Canada. So let me get out there, Francine. I'm gonna show y'all how to work in Canada properly. I don't even speak French. Okay, so that's one thing of it. Another one is, and again, I haven't said this, but some of our coaches have said this before, that your family can't make you rich. I got to really think about that. But then admittedly, Coach Sonic was like, you know what? Except for Charlotte and them, right? So see, a lot of times we think that our families and our friends can't make us, I didn't get wealthy that way. Most people I don't, but guess what? Charlotte's an exception. Any of you could be an exception. All I'm telling you is the person you about to sponsor. Imagine if I would have just sponsored Coach Charlotte and one of the first things I told her was, your family not going to make you rich. Let's focus on this, that, or a third. She's like, oh, okay, I want to talk to them now. You see, you have to really look out. And listen, we as leaders are as guilty as anybody. That's why I'm telling you this, almost apologetic in tone. It's all of us, because we're trying to protect you from disappointment that we've experienced. But you just have to understand your family might not make you rich, but they could. You never know. You never know. You have to think for yourself. Because of the hive mind, you won't think for yourself. Okay, you just won't think for yourself. People say stuff, and let me give you another one. Our product's so good, they sell themselves. Every network marketer says that it's the stupidest thing ever. That's hive mind sound bites. Our product's so good, it sells itself. If the product sold itself, the company wouldn't need you, dummy. Next, no, the products are great, but no product sells itself. That doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't even be, okay? A lot of MLM hive mind people think that traditional jobs are a scam. And they look down on people who have traditional jobs. That's crazy. You should never, but everybody knows some network marketer teams that do that type of stuff. That's crazy. That's hive mind stuff, okay? Hive mind, I'm gonna give you two more, because I know people, look, if some of y'all want to, you could make 6 figures in the next 6 months, and I'm not gonna tell you you can't, because I know you can. I did it with way less information and way less skills than y'all got. You just have to really work on that belief in yourself. That's the spiritual alignment. That's the hard part. Maybe you set your goal for 5 grand in 6 months, maybe. But my point is up to you. Don't let us in our mistakes and our knocks that we've gone through, don't let us limit what you know you can do. That's the hard work of the spiritual alignment. The mental part, the strategy, you got it. The physical part, you're not lazy. You can go to work. We all go to work. The spiritual part, that you got to really purge yourself of a lot of these thoughts. Let me give you one more or two. Most network marketers, 80% of them are all network marketing hive mind anyway. This is why they never make more than $500 in their career. Is they don't do auto ship. They don't worry about auto ship. They're not concerned with it. They don't do it. They're like, nah, I'm doing all the auto ship. They got that Netflix auto ship though, and that Disney Plus, but network marketing, oh no, they're gonna charge my card. That's hive mind 70% of behavior. We know that the top companies in the world incentivize auto ship, or they make it mandatory like your Netflixes and everybody else, period. We know that's just lies from the hive mind that we don't have to fall for. A lot of network marketers do not get to events ever, because they feel like you don't have to. I don't have to go to events. I don't have to learn about the law of proximity as power and be. I can just be on social media, do my upline, tell me on social media, not have to actually go meet with anybody that's being successful and ask questions and soak up that energetic vibration of success on a spiritual, energetic level. I have to get aligned. I don't have to do that. That's hive mind talk. So you are going to have to go through your own personal journey of getting out of the specific hive mind beliefs, the industry beliefs that are holding you back, even if we gave them to you. Your network marketing sponsor is, we are imperfect parents who love you dearly. And 80% of what we give you will be spot on, accurate forever. It's just the nature of this business and how duplicatable it is. But every once in a while, there's going to be 1 or 2 of you that are like, you know what? Sydney's good for this. I don't really want to do it like that. I think I want to do it like this. Guess what? And you should, if it feels right. And I know it may take longer, but it might happen faster. Rick's told me that before. Well, I don't want to really do it like that. Look, sound good to me, bro. I love you anyway. I'm gonna do it like that. Sound good to me. Might take a little longer, but it might go faster. But it's really gonna come down to your beliefs. So in order to escape the hive mind, you got to figure out what anything limiting beliefs that's been holding you back. Don't even worry about where you picked them up from. Like, why do I even think that? Because we ain't gonna take all the blame. It wasn't all us, you know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff you just thinking for some reason. A lot of job people, a lot of job holders that are not in network marketing, they swear network marketing is a whatchamacallit. It's a pyramid scheme or something. But yet they the ones that got hit over the head with all this DEI stuff that people talking about. Like, some people really lost their jobs. But the network marketers that were top earners, they ain't lose no sleep. We ain't boycotting nothing. None of that stuff affect me. Hate to break it to you. And anybody in my family or friend circle that it did affect, I already told them about network marketing 12 years ago. Y'all should have been doing this with me. Then you wouldn't care either. You'd be fine. You'd be bulletproof as far as what the last president did or what the new president did or what the next president gonna do. You wouldn't even care, because you'd already be making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. So I can't really be upset for you like that, because I told you you need to rock with us. I already told you need a backup plan. I already sent you the messages and the videos. Nah, I'm good. Are you really though? So we have to do a better job of helping people, because the folks that only have jobs and don't do network marketing too, that aren't building something like a backup plan, they stuck in a hive mind that these jobs are bulletproof, that they can't never lose them. You can lose anything any day, and that's just, it is what it is. And you can lose network marketing. We haven't. But my point is this: I'd much rather look at the results that us network marketer top earners have had over the last years. We didn't have to get vaccinated if we didn't want to keep our job. And we didn't get fired by no president. None of them, nothing. So network marketers have been far safer in the pyramid scheme than my friends who have jobs, who are very educated, by the way, who have jobs. So just understand we have something we can give to people. They are stuck in a hive mind, and we got to try to help them too. All right. This is what Romans says. Do not be conformed to this world, the hive mind, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Okay, you got to renew your mind. It's a mental game. It's your thoughts. Exodus chapter 23, verse 2 says, do not follow the crowd in wrongdoing. If you know they're going down, walking off a plank, and if it ain't this 4 years, it might be the next 4 years, and they still not trying to see what you're doing, and they don't have a better option. Exodus said it. Do not follow the crowd in wrongdoing. Okay, like don't blindly follow the majority. That's hive mind stuff. That's 70% of behavior. All right, this is what Proverbs says. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 15. The simple believes everything, but the prudent gives thought to his steps. Okay, my aunt, she sent me the little thing about the boycott or whatever. My aunt, she's big civil rights aunt. I love her to death. She's 90, and she's, oh, you got a boycott, nephew. She'll just, anybody text her anything about anything, she's gonna bite. She's just, that's my girl, man. She gonna bite. But the prudent are gonna give thoughts to their steps. As far as that type of stuff goes, she's very simple. I love her to death. She's very simple. But the prudent gives thought to the steps. I'm not saying I'm not. I didn't. But I had to do research first. Who started the boycott? What company? Where's it from? Who's this? Who's that? Oh, I see what this is. This dude ain't he? And so I was like, nope, guess I'm going to Target. So it's just, you got to sometimes do your own thing, no matter what. And that's going to give you a lot more encouraging critical thinking. Okay. You got to worry about you. I hate to break it to you. You got to focus on you. All right. This is one from the Quran. This is the Surah al-Baqarah. And this is chapter 2. Hear me out. It's not just the Bible. It's a lot of different texts. And when it is said to them, follow what Allah has revealed, they say, talking about the hive mind, they say, no, rather we will follow what we found our forefathers practicing, even though their forefathers understood nothing, nor were they guided. Sometimes, and that's from al-Baqarah. So just understand, even when you're telling people, look, God literally will show you how to do this. In fact, I'm gonna show y'all something really cool, even though we about out of time. I'll show you something real cool too. Even if God showed up in your spiritual faith journey and says this, and you try to tell other people, no, this is really the way we need to go, they will say, no, we will do what we found our forefathers doing, even though they understood nothing, nor were they guided by anybody. No mentorship. Like, that's crazy. And that's chapter 2, verse 170. So just, and again, here we go. I always butcher the terminology. I hope I finally got it right this time. Bhagavad Gita. There we go. Finally got it right. One of my favorite Hindu Sanskrit texts. This is what it says. It is better to follow one's own duty or dharma, though imperfectly, than to follow the dharma or duty of another person perfectly. Better to die in your own dharma. The dharma of another brings fear. So your duty. So it's better to follow what you know you need to be doing for you. You need to understand that, rather than following the way that other people are doing it. It's better for you to walk your walk imperfectly, authentically, than it is to follow the walk of another person perfectly. Okay, that it's not going to work for you. All right, it's not going to work for you. And that's the MLM hive mind. It's 70% of behavior across the board. All right. So that being said, let's wrap this up. Let me give you something real cool as we wrap up. And this is going to be a way for you to audit your activity. Okay. This is a surefire way to get you out of the hive mind and get you on a track that's authentic for you. We're going to audit your activity with the simple formula where you get to calculate your business goals versus your business activity. Okay. It's going to be an index, your business goals, business activity. Okay. This is how we're going to calculate your business index. So there's going to be a number. You know, I love these type of formulas, and we're closing the call with this. Don't worry. Y'all are all caught up. Y'all got the right mindset to be coming into the Tuesday training. It is going to be very good for you. If the stuff I said tonight makes sense. If this don't make no sense and you're offended and it's not really lining up, all right, Tuesday might be a tough one for you. But if tonight made sense, even if it was hard to hear, Tuesday's going to be a great role for you. All right. So here we go. In order for you to audit your activity and just be real with yourself, these are numbers you need to keep for yourself. The first number is going to be 1 through 10. And that is going to, and it's going to be your business goals. How big are your business goals on a scale of 1 through 10? Like your top 20 reasons why, when you really look at them, how big are they? How massive are they? How far beyond 1 through 10? Okay. And your business goals can be a 5. They don't have to be something that's so big and audacious and so scary, but you need to be real with what they are. Mine are not a 10. Mine, honestly, it's like an 8, probably a 9. Probably a 9. Like when I was single, it was an 8. And got married, you're responsible for other people, family. Well, look, it's probably about a 9, right? But it's not a 10. It's not top tier crazy. But my business goals and what I want to achieve and accomplish in life are depending on the day and the mood I'm in, an 8 or a 9. All right, that's just me. Yours might be a 5, might be a 10. Totally up to you. How big it is for you and how you feel. I'm not telling you what my goals are simply because I don't want my goals to influence how you view your number. Okay, so it's really just intuitively, how do you feel about your number? You're going to take that number for your business goals. Let's say it's 9, and then you're going to multiply it times your business activity. Now, what is your business activity? Is your business activity a 10? Okay, I can tell you today, just full transparency, mine's about a 6. Today's about a 6. I sent out a couple of invites, sent the dude to say they won't get started, a link, put a ton of training in for the Bible personal development class today. That was a fun class, by the way. Did a ton of research, make sure we lined up for this particular class. I got a ton of stuff to do at the house, got another call after this. Just got a lot going on, but it's only about a 6. It's only about a 6. It was still a pretty lazy Sunday for me, and I kind of like that. Saturday during the day be a 0. I'm sleeping in. Saturday during the day, don't even look for me till sundown. But it's the point. So that was my business index for the day. Would have been like a 8 and a 6, a 9 and a 6. All right, that's not gonna cut it. That's not gonna cut it if that's my average over the course of the week. Now this week is busy. I got calls or meetings every night. I'm on the road. Hopefully, Miriam, I'm supposed to be seeing you, but Miriam, I'm supposed to go do that meeting. Not Miriam, I'm sorry, Lillian. I'm supposed to go do, think about go do the meeting in Louisiana. It's Mardi Gras. I'm not going to Louisiana. It's too crowded down there. I was telling MJ, she didn't even believe me. I was like, I don't even want to be down there right now. It's so crowded and crazy right now. But so I had to push that. I pushed that meeting I was supposed to go do off in like Lafayette or wherever this guy wanted to meet that me and Lillian knew from another company who could be really good for her in business, Brandon. But it's the point that this week and the next coming week, I know I'm gonna be at like I'm running 9, 8, 9, 9 every day. Like I already know. I already know I'm running 9, 8, 9, 9. Oh, Rick, message me, man. Yeah, we love that Mardi Gras. That was way more chill for about my speed and Fairhope. Yeah, message me, Rick. Message me on Facebook. Thank you, bro. But yeah, but that's the point. I know what my week's about to look like. So you have to figure out your business index, the average that it is over the course of a day, and it's going to be stuff uniquely personal to you. Okay, it's going to be stuff uniquely personal to you. If that's the best you got, and your heart of hearts is like, man, I'm at a 12 BV auto ship on the 15th, and I'm talking to one person every 3 days. Now I can tell you that's not going to get it done. But if that's the best you got, and you know that in your heart, you're not lying to yourself, and that's your 10 on the business index, and your goals are a 10, guess what? If you're being honest with yourself, you will eventually have enough success, guaranteed, to get your auto ship up and then talk to more people. I know you will, but you got to be honest with yourself. You can't, that's the thing. You got the physical part, well, I'm doing all the work. You got the mental part, I'm doing all the strategy. But see that spiritual part in the middle, sometimes you're lying to yourself. Sometimes you're lying to yourself about what it's really about or capable of doing or what you're doing, okay? So that's what we got, ladies and gentlemen. That's all of the foundational stuff to get you all caught up for Tuesday night, 8 o'clock p.m. It's gonna be it's I'm not gonna hype it up too much, man. It's gonna be decent. I'll say that, all right. And that's gonna be the next 7 parts of our series: Sunday, Tuesday, Sunday, Tuesday, Sunday, Tuesday, Sunday. So love y'all so much. Y'all have a great evening. I will see y'all on the next one. We got a full week plan, and write down your 2 business index numbers for yourself so that you get that actual number. And you write that at the end of the day, you need to be able to know exactly what your business activity, your business index was. And then you need to set it for what it's going to be tomorrow. Like I know tomorrow I'm at a 9.9. I already know it's a 9.9. Okay. You need to know what yours is going to be a day in advance, and you fall asleep knowing that in mind. Okay. We'll catch you on the next one. Good night. God bless. Thank y'all so much.